Hello, wonderful people, viewers and subscribers all over the world. You're welcome back on Biafra Discourse, and I'm Stella Suchino Peters, your host. And today, I'm not going to be doing too much of the talking because we've said enough already. But we're going to be talking about the very important issue bordering around the Biafran agitation, their quest for self-determination. I'm going to just give a very short narrative on the topic under discussion this evening, which is which way Biafrans, armed or political or diplomatic means. So we are going to take a look at these options available for Biafran people. And the Biafran people out there, you got to tell us your opinion regarding these perspectives. We have seen recently where we condemn our political leaders, calling them saboteurs, sellouts, and men without honor. And we have blamed our misery and our suffering in Nigeria today on the political class, especially from the southeastern part of Nigeria. We have condemned them, we have exposed them, we have criticized them, we have said all manner of things in outbursts to show our total disapproval of their governance and to show to the world that we are not on the same page with them. We have proven beyond every reasonable doubt that the Nigerian political class, from Igbo extraction especially, and Eastern region as a whole, old Eastern region, which includes the South-South and the Southeast as they call it, we have proven that they are not on the same page as the people. They don't share the same aspiration as the people. And the people desire freedom. On this platform, we have explained in details what freedom is all about and what independence is all about too. And how about the Biafrans should go for self-determination. Now, we are in the middle of nowhere in Nigeria. Let's come down to the Biafra agitators, the Biafran enthusiasts, because today is all about the Biafra discourse. Which way? Should the Biafran people take up arms, or take up armed struggle in the quest for self-determination, freedom, or independence, whatever thing you desire? Or should the Biafran people take the path of political process / diplomatic process, which we call due process of law? And over time, we have analyzed critically that many, or if not all, pro-Biafran groups, major pro-Biafran groups, subscribe to peaceful, non-violent diplomatic process, and at the same time jettison political process, because, like they will always say, that the political process in Nigeria is in shambles. There is no hope through the political process. Now we ask, which way? Should the Biafran people take up arms, or should the Biafran people toe the line of political and diplomatic process? Don't forget that whichever way it takes the Biafran people's aspiration to one destination, to take over power and rule themselves, and to themselves administer themselves, govern themselves, and being able to reach and optimize their potential. So we ask again, which way Biafra? And that is what we are going to be talking about today. And if you want to call, you can call the lines on top of the screen up there, just right there. You see the numbers there, +234 810 4545 533. You can call it through direct line or through the WhatsApp line. When we open up the lines, we will start taking your calls. But let me quickly bring to your notice that this program is not meant to incite anyone, but it is meant for Biafran people to discuss and exchange ideas, irrespective of your group affiliation in Biafra struggle. Here is a platform for everyone to openly express his opinion. Now, and I must tell you that we are here to give the people a voice. Now, we have said time, and I have personally clamored for a political process, because independence agitation is a political process. That is the truth. Independence agitation is a political process, and political process does not necessarily mean just contesting and winning election, but being in the position to take decisions that affects you. But unfortunately, you can only be able to influence political decisions if you are in power or corridors of power. If you are in a position to determine who governs you. And without mincing words, 95% of Biafran people, even those that do not belong to any pro-Biafran groups, all believe in Biafra freedom. And political process is a game of numbers. We ask the question, if the Nigerian political process would not give the Biafran people the needed political position in order to aspire for self-determination, if the Nigerian political process would not guarantee that the Biafran people, if they organize themselves properly, they will be able to take up seats in government houses within the Biafran territory. And again, why is it that in Biafran land there are disjointed political views, and if you look at the political landscape within the Biafran territory, there is no cohesion. Everyone is to himself, and like I say, all belong to political interest, for political party of personal interest. That is what I call it. So now that we have had this, what do you think should be the way out? Because there is only two ways for Biafran people to secure their freedom in pursuit for their self-determination, ultimately for their independence. You can either take up arms and fight, or you take up the political revolution process, all channeled to one destination: take over power. And I must tell you that international community will not discuss with protesters, they will not discuss with pressure groups, they will only discuss with people in government. And I ask, who will they see when they come down to Biafran territory and to discuss what is happening regarding the agitation of Biafra? Would they meet Biafrans, or would they meet the never-do-wells of one Nigerian political class in the name of our political leaders? That is the discussion for today. You can call in now, because I'll be opening up the lines and I'll be waiting for your opinions. I'll be reading your commentaries and as well taking your calls, because I don't think I'm going to stay too long on today's program. While I encourage you, very important, I might be publishing the video tonight or tomorrow morning. Look out for it, where I dissect my opinion critically on this very issue. But for tonight, let us get your opinion regarding the topic under discussion. Should Biafran people take up arms, or should they follow the political revolutionary process and diplomatic process in engaging both Nigeria and the world at large for their self-determination that will ultimately lead to their independence? Don't forget, I am still Asuchino Peters, the voice of the people, the voice of God. And this program is Biafra Discourse. You can call the direct line, you can message us through the line you're seeing up there at the top corner of the screen. You can add +234 if you're calling from outside Nigeria, 0810-4545-533. Let me quickly go to our comment section and see if we have any commentaries coming from there. Don't forget that we are dissecting this very important issue. This is an interactive section. It's not all about my opinion. Now, while we wait for your calls to come in, I will be presenting to you my own side of the opinion. With respect to what is happening these days, it is clear that there is no political ideology driving the Biafran struggle, just like we have witnessed in the past for those who are still clamoring and for those who have secured their independence, especially in Africa, emphatically Southern Sudan. It is not just about, like I say, it's not just about getting independence that matters, but what you do with it and the process, the foundational and structures you already put in place. Because I wouldn't want the kind of Biafra that we will get and we'll start fighting ourselves. We should set up a solid foundation. Unfortunately, in Nigeria, the only region that have consolidated their region independent of Nigeria political space is the North. They set up a parallel government in the North while plundering the South to consolidate their economic structure in the North. But our politicians from the East, they are the worst. They are the worst. They rather sell out and connive with their very oppressors. No wonder the South region were mesmerized in a meeting, supposed meeting with the presidency regarding, they call it security issues and resource control. Remember a few weeks ago, the governor of Delta State, Okowa, was like lamenting, why would the Zamfara people keep the resources of gold and other solid minerals to themselves, while the oil from Niger Delta region is being used for the general good or for the general administration of Nigeria. And when they called the meeting, they were turned down in their homeland, and they kept lamenting. That's why I asked you to watch that video I'll be uploading in the morning, or tonight perhaps, but I think it's going to be in the morning, tomorrow morning. You'll be amazed. That content is something everybody should watch and share, because it is an eye-opener to what we are discussing. Don't forget, you can call in to deliberate on this. Which way Biafran people, armed struggle or political process? Like I said, independence agitation is a political process. Politics is much more than contesting and winning election. It is being able to be in position to influence decisions that affect your daily life. And today in Biafra, in Biafran land today, I must tell you that there is none political class or political structure within the Biafran territory today that represents or influences the decisions happening in Biafran territory in favor of the Biafran people. Be it regional control of their economy, be it consolidation of their economic activity, they are all in disarray. They are not united. You see this one, APC, this one, APOGA, this one, this, jumping from one prostituting from one political party to the other in pursuit of their personal interest as against the interest of the people. Now, if the Biafran people will desire so much to have freedom, you must take up power. You must be in the position of authority to even address international community. That is the truth. That is why we have been on this merry-go-round. We have been on this dance, Babylonian dance of 2 steps forward and 5 steps backward. Because we have jettisoned and allowed the opportunity to be in power to slip off our fingers, despite having the numbers If we talk about rigging of election, which is the Nigerian electoral process, certified, they do rigging with audacity. But I ask the question, who actually are the agents of rigging in Biafran land? I must ask you. And if you tell ourselves the truth, it is not the Fulanis that rig election in Biafran land. It is not the Yorubas that rig election in Biafran land. But rather, it is the Biafran people in Biafran land that are being used to rig politicians that do not share their aspirations into power and announce them as your governors, your senators, your House of Rep members, your state assembly members, and as such, they appoint their like minds into political offices and damn your aspiration for freedom. That's why they cannot consolidate economically. Let's begin with the Southeast. What is their economic plan to develop Southeast, to connect Southeast with very good, solid road networks? But this is in the same states where you see governors diverting public wealth. You see them living lavish lifestyle. You see them collecting billions monthly as security votes. What would stop the southeastern governors and that of the south-south to have a consolidated economic plan? It is not the Nigerian constitution that is holding them. Yes, it has influence, but if they are determined, our people are the most simple people to govern. They will help the government to flourish. They will help the government to look at the time of M.I. Okpara, what he was able to accomplish. He was able to accomplish that, though he enjoyed reasonable independence, regional autonomy. But keeping that aside, I know that the Nigerian constitution, which is the center of the subjugation of Nigerian people, not just the Biafran people, but all Nigerians in Nigeria. Yet, if the governors and the political class and leaders of Eastern region are determined to explore good governance, I must tell you, here will be paradise. Here will be a light in the middle of darkness, because Nigeria is the headquarters of total darkness. But there is a light that is supposed to shine forth. That's why here we call it the land of the rising sun. Don't forget that this is not just a talk show. You can call our direct line +234 8104 545 to make your contribution, or you text us. You can also WhatsApp us. If you bring on your comments, it seems our comments are not coming up. Please pardon us. Please keep dropping it. We hope to get it right back on track. But don't forget, you can call to make your submission. Back to what I was saying. Political process is not just about contesting and winning election, but it is very crucial. It's very crucial. In Anambra, for instance, it takes less than 500,000 people to determine who is the governor. Whereas we have in this state more than 5 million persons. Put all the politicians in the southeast together, they can only summon 400 voters from different political parties. What will happen if the Biafran people choose to on the same path? Let us take our first caller of today's program. Hello. Sorry, we lost the call. You can call back. You can call back on WhatsApp. You can call back on the direct line. What do you think? What do you think should be done? Armed struggle, political struggle, or diplomatic struggle? All right, let's take the caller. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, good evening. You're welcome to the program, Biafra Discourse. Your name and where you're calling from?
Madri Astitas. I greet you. Good evening.
Good evening to you. Your name, please.
I'm Mazi Chuks Sydney. I'm calling from Italy.
Go ahead, my brother Chuks. What's your submission?
This is your program. I want to thank you. Your program is very good, very good. It's very okay. But what I want to contribute on this very issue is that, the Eastern region, we don't have a system of politics. The politics that is going on in Nigeria is a personal interest of politics. So, and it's not that we Eastern region we have a group that where everybody contribute or say this is how things is going to be or how something is going to go. We are doing our things, they are doing their things, just business, you know. So the politics you are seeing in the Eastern region is business. So if you can climb up to stand to do business, that is your business. So when you are talking about Biafra people, you see the way Nnamdi Kanu is doing it. Nnamdi Kanu is doing it, showing transparency, bringing everybody together, carrying everybody together. But in the politics you are talking about, nobody is carrying anybody together. Everybody is doing whatever he wants to do because he knows the business is doing, and they are doing like that. So I don't see anywhere the politics will help us.
Okay.
Because it's a personal business to everybody.
All right, Chuks, before you go, because other callers are calling, can you enlighten all our viewers out there what the group you mentioned, led by Nnamdi Kanu, from among the options that are made available, political, diplomacy, or armed struggle, which of the options are the group led by Nnamdi Kanu following to achieve the Biafra struggle? Enlighten the Biafran people.
Okay, on that area, what I mean by Nnamdi Kanu carrying everybody along, bringing us together, to put our heads together, to say this is what we want. So we have Nnamdi Kanu have not said carry arms. He said he will keep agitating until they give us referendum. So what is agitating is referendum. Ask these people, are you ready to stay in place or are you ready to go on the other side? Okay.
Okay.
So when we are talking about referendum, is for the people to decide. Then before we do politics, they will not agree to do politics. Because the politics you are talking about, look at today, PDP, APC, the other one moving from PDP, carrying the whole party to APC without dropping. Because when you are talking about politics here, Bonny State supposed to drop down from PDP, then went and campaigned to PDP, not to carry the whole PDP, go to APC. Say now it's the APC, carrying the whole people that is in a Bonny State. Say now a Bonny State is APC, automatic, on its own, without no campaign, without, that is business, my brother. They know what
it's a politics of personal interest. That is all we know. It is a politics of just personal interest. They don't have the interest of the people. Now the people, we are now asking the people, what are they supposed to do? Agitating. We have been agitating. How are we going to achieve it? Or should we just continue agitating? And maybe one day, these people will now say, okay, come and take Biafra.
No, they are going for their own personal interests. So we know it very well, my brother. We don't have the system. Okay?
All right.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate you.
Thank you so much for calling, Chuks. God bless you. Thank you very much for calling, Chooks. Others who are calling, you can still call back. The lines are still open. +234-810-4545-533. We will take your calls. Don't forget, you can call on WhatsApp and you can also call on the direct line. Today, we are asking the question, which way Biafra? Armed struggle or political/diplomacy? Because from all the wonderful men you have seen here, irrespective of the group they share, you have our elders, our fathers before us who have taken up arms in the past, and we have the current agitators who are doing the needful now. Which way should Biafran people go? Hello, your name and where you calling from?
Gabriel, I'm calling from Enugu State.
Israel.
Yeah, Gabriel.
Gabriel, okay. Gabriel calling from?
Enugu
State. All right, go on.
Yes, you see, the topic you are discussing is very, very important. In my own view, in my own little view, I'll contribute. I think the take of arms is the best. Because you see, Nigeria today, whenever they see you with arms, they will respect you. Number one, look at the Boko Haram killing and maiming people everywhere. Nigerian government will carry them, give them money. Look at the Fulani herdsmen killing people. If I render villages and towns useless, yet Nigerian people will carry them, begin to pay them millions of dollars in the name of maybe rehabilitation or whatever they call it. I believe children of Biafra, they are killing them today because they are not taking arms. They are punishing them because I'm not seeing them serious carrying catapult, knife, or even gun. Whenever Nigerian, this terrorist Nigerian government, whenever they see that they carry gun or anything like that, they see that they will call for negotiation. They will quickly call for referendum. In fact, that time international body will put bank on it. But as the case now, there's no way anybody will put bank because the Afghan people never carry arms, and Nigeria, you don't see Fulani, they respect anybody carry arms to challenge them. That is what they respect. Without arms, I'm not sure the Biafran struggle will continue. Okay, let's say Biafra do not want to say, and maybe they want to go diplomatic, maybe political. Let me tell you the truth. Your vote, even as it's down there, your vote doesn't count in Nigeria. If you like, vote million times. It doesn't. With this situation, with this system of voting, rigging, and killing of people at the voting center, in fact, your vote doesn't count. So, if Biafra should go, I strongly believe in that it should be with arms. Everybody should carry arms and face Nigeria. Nigeria will not surrender. That is the main thing. If you go for voting, your vote doesn't count. Very simple.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much, my brother Gabriel, for calling. We'll be taking more calls before we respond. And I must say, if you are sending us message via WhatsApp, please include your name so that we acknowledge it. All right, there is a message that came in from a number from United Kingdom. You know yourself. He says the only way Biafran agitators, or he said the only way Biafran agitation will start to be taken serious by authorities in Nigeria and international community is South-South and South-East to come together, join force in armed struggle and hold Nigeria by their shoulder throat, which is to cut off crude supply or disrupt production substantially. Then the power brokers, both locally and internationally, will be forced to come to the table. But we have not is relevant youth, disunited politicians, and ethnic bigots. Okay, I have just read your comments and you just called in. Hello, we already have your opinion from the text you sent, but tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Yeah, good evening. My name is Jerry. And
we can't hear you properly. Your name and where you're calling from, please.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. My name is Jerry. I'm calling from Manchester, United Kingdom.
Can you speak up a little bit because we hardly hear you?
Oh, you can't hear me? Okay, let me call with the mobile phone. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay, can you hear me now?
It's
Yeah,
a little bit better, but very
Jerry.
faint. But go ahead. Be fast about it.
Okay, my name is Jerry, and I'm calling from Manchester.
Okay.
UK. Yeah. So your question was, which way should agitation go? Is it through armed struggle, or should we just continue agitating until we are called to come and take Biafra on a platter of gold? Is that what your question was?
No, we are saying which way Biafrans. Should Biafran people take up arms, or should they take through the political revolutionary process or diplomacy to achieve their ultimate goal? Which way Biafran people? Which way? At this time, what do you think Biafran people should do? That is what we are deliberating upon.
Okay, yeah. My take on that is that, like I just tested on the WhatsApp, we should adopt an approach of carrot and stick. Like IPOB, for example, now, IPOB can be a kind of the militant arm of the struggle, yeah? And there should be another arm of the struggle that will be sort of political. So that arm will be, there should be one organization. That is, the problem is unity. If they can come together as a united front, both South and East, and maybe out of the Mossab or the Wazirike's arm or the Dokustaribos arm, if they can come together and then present to one group as a political front that will be negotiating with the government, and the other one will be mounting pressure in a sort of, you know, armed struggle, so that if Nigeria is held by the juggernaut, where the vein, I mean the blood is flowing from the vein, that is the oil. If they are held in that area, definitely they must come around to come to the table. You understand? If they can sustain that struggle, because you know, like this man said, what is his name in Lagos? Ahmed Tinubu said that power can never be served as an a la carte on the platter of gold. It can never. So you have to take it. If they can't give it, you take it. So to say that we will just stand and wait for them to come to take Biafra, it's not going to happen. So the only thing they can do, everybody should come together, have a united front first and foremost. Then in that united front, they should have a militant arm and they should have a political arm. While the militant arm is mounting pressure on the government through some kind of forceful activities, the political arm will be negotiating for the same cause. And in due time, you will see, you know, international community, people will become, I mean, they will come around and come to the table. That is the only way forward that I can see. Apart from that,
all right. Thank you very much for calling.
Yeah.
All right, let's take another caller. Hello, your name and where you calling from?
Hello, Chinedu. My name is Tony Njoko. I'm calling from UK.
Tony, you're calling from where?
UK.
All right, go ahead, Tony. You're calling from UK. What's your opinion?
Yeah. Yes, my brother. What I want to say concerning your program, what I want to add in this program is this. If we said we should maybe we're fighting for Biafra through political this thing, you can see how they are killing our people. If we use politics, diplomacy, if we are trying to be diplomatic, with the diplomacy, they are killing our people. Even though no one likes war, I have never seen war. I only watch war and hear it. I am not in support of war. But with the way things are going now, I think I would love the Biafrans to adopt armed struggle. By the time we engage into armed struggle, I know that a lot of people are going to die. I think they will give us this Biafra. Because look at what is happening in Obibo. Any little thing, they clear our boys. Any little thing, they clear our boys. It cannot continue like this. We cannot continue to say, oh, let's use diplomacy. Let's use diplomacy. And they are killing our young men little by little with the help of the Efulefus we have as governors and the Igbo elites. Their interest is about their own family and their own stomach. They are not interested in me and you. They don't care about me and you. They only care for themselves and their family. So by the time we engage them into armed struggle, even all of them, our Igbo elites, all of them will run away. You understand? So I support armed struggle, even though war is not good. Nobody likes war. War will bring a lot of things. A lot of things are going to be destroyed, quite all right. But this is the language these people understand. If we don't engage them with armed struggle, they will keep on killing us. Very soon, it will get to the extent of they will come to your mother's kitchen, they will pick you up, nobody will say anything. It has started already. It has started already. So we cannot continue like this. Nigerian government or Nigerian Fulani oligarchy, Fulani army, Fulani police, Fulani government, they don't care for your political approach.
All right. All right. I think we've got your point. Let's just take another caller. Thank you very much for calling in, my brother.
You're welcome, brother.
Oh, sorry. I just made a mess of this call. Hello.
Hello. Good evening.
Hello, the caller. Your name and where you're calling from?
Yeah, my name is Paul. I'm calling from...
Can you please be audible a little bit so that we can hear you?
My name is Paul. I'm calling from Germany.
You are calling from Germany. Oh, yeah, go on.
Yeah. My own opinion is that we should go with armed struggle. And by the going with the armed struggle, we have to let our people know that everybody should come out within heart. Let us unite as a brothers together and fight this fight. Despite some people are going to church, when they go to church, maybe now the pastor will begin to confuse our people, are telling them this fight is not fight, we will use arm. Then we have to, everybody, and you should not listen to these people, that this fight is fight of peace and justice. We should stay home and be praying that God will not, this is not a fight we are going to do. The armed struggle will follow on this issue to get freedom of our Biafra. By what Nnamdi Kanu is saying is that when the arm come to our people, let us unite together. And any pastor that came out and preach and tell our people, don't go this fight with arm, do like they do, let go to that person's church and ask him what is in duty in our father's land. What are they doing there? Why they will not allow our people to take what belongs to them? So this is my opinion for this your pronunciation you are talking this night.
All right, thank you so much, my brother, for calling.
People are doing. So we have to be unite, be one as a brother. So any pastor that come out, when we come out with arm and say rubbish that we will not fight this fight with arm, let us go to that church and ask the pastor what is in duty in that place. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Don't forget that the opinion of whoever that is calling is their opinion. We are here to give our people a voice and for the world to know how it pains our people. We are here to say very clearly that the people of the old Eastern region is not comfortable in Nigeria, and that's why they want out. Not just the Biafran people in Nigeria, but the Oduduwas are clamoring for the same. Even the Arawas, even the Boko Haram people who have taken up arms against Nigerian state have continued to advocate for Islamic State. Okay? And if that will give them peace, let Nigeria give them their own country so that they can practice their Islamic faith without looping everybody into it. Okay? The one we say no to is trying to carry every one of us. That's why we are saying clearly that let the Nigerian people decide for themselves, at least for once, what they want by themselves. Because Nigeria is not working as it is. In fact, the people that are dividing Nigeria are the political class from every section of the Nigerian structure, whether the north, east, south, and west. Every one of them from that political class are the ones dividing Nigeria, not even the agitators. The agitators are just responding or reacting to the system that has undermined them and has made many of them to lose their lives. So the Biafran people today, we're discussing Biafra discourse. Today's program every Friday is dedicated to Biafran people and Biafran enthusiasts for us to deliberate. Now many people who have called have, weighing their support for armed struggle. But I ask the question, have we checked the cost? That is one. And again, in reality, are Biafran people ready for another war? From what we have seen so far with our interaction with our people, even the Biafra agitators, like I've heard Asari Dokubo mentioned, even on this platform, that one gunshot is far better and will make greater impact than many years of dialogue and diplomacy. That is his opinion. And at one point, the leader of IPOB, led by Nnamdi Kanu, the Radio Biafra director, also clamored that our people should take up arms, that is the only way we can defend ourselves and get the Biafra they so desire. But up till today, nothing of such has happened. Is it that these leaders have seen what the followers have not seen? That's why they've not explored that option? Have the Biafran people sat together to check the cost of another war? Don't forget that many people will say, I have nothing to lose. But who will fund your war? Another war. Who will fund it? Who will support you? And I must tell you, there is no war that happens anywhere around the world without a political decision. That is the truth. Many people don't understand this. There is no war fought anywhere in the world without the backing of political decision. Go and check it, even in history. There is no war that can be executed without political decision. Who will take that decision for the Biafran people, I may ask? This is just a point to consider. I'm just bringing out this point for us to ponder through and for us to deliberate upon. Who will take that decision? Okay, let's take a clue from what happened in the past during the Biafra forced attempt to break out from Nigeria. It took the decision, political decision, of the government of the Eastern region for them to make that decision to secede from Nigeria, one. And secondly, it also took a political decision for them to decide to take up arms to defend themselves. Mind you, the Biafran people never took up arms against the Nigerian state. Rather, they took up arms to defend themselves from the invading or invasion of the Biafran territory by the Nigerian troops. That is the fact of the history. But I tell our people today, especially our people in diaspora, I understand your pains, I understand your sufferings, but I ask us the question, have we considered the cost of war? Not just in Biafran territory, but around Nigeria. Even in Africa, there is no war that have erupted anywhere that do not start and end with political decisions. Wars begins with political decisions and ends with political decisions. So why fight another war? If we can salvage what we have, take over power, that is an option. And being able to engage diplomatically to secede from Nigeria or to broker a truce. The irreducible minimum the people are asking for is to return back to regional structure where every region will be on their own. That is the original federal structure upon which Nigeria was built upon. All right, let us take another call. Calling in from Spain. Hello, your name and where you calling from. We already know you're calling from Spain. Your name?
Hello?
Your name, please. We can't hear you.
Hello?
Can you speak up? We're having problem with hearing you. Your name and where you calling from? Emeka Okafor. Go ahead. Emeka Okafor, go ahead with your submission.
Yeah, my contribution is good evening. Yeah. My contribution is like you've been saying. If you look at all these people agitating for war now, where are they staying? I ask. All of them are in the diaspora. When this war erupts, who will be the people that will bear the brunt of this war? Who will be the people that will be killed? Who will be the people that will fight the war? Are they not the people in Nigeria? Those in the diaspora that are agitating for this war, are they ready to go to the Biafra land and bear arms? Or they are just pushing those in Biafra to go and die and be sacrificial lambs? And like you rightly said before, have they explored the option of political or diplomatic channels? Why not take up the mantle of the government of Biafra land and maybe implement all these things state by state? Because when you're here talking about go and fight, bear arms, who, like you asked, who will bear the cost of this war? Have they checked the consequences and the cost of the war? Who will bear the arms? Who will bear the cost? My opinion generally is, let us take the fundamental apparatus in Biafra land. Maybe all these IPOB members, all these people that are the battle of leadership in the power, you can implement your policies when you're the governor. Because you cannot ever listen down in a Anambra state that is my state, you come and tell the governor what he should do. Or when the governor is treating, you come and impose war from an external force. That would be a house divided against itself, because the governor cannot be there and declare war. Like you said, what is supposed to be a political decision? And who are those to make that political decision? Is that the people in the diaspora? It's supposed to be something governmental and something of unanimity by every Biafran. You cannot just stay where you are and say you are declaring war. It's never done in this way. Unless you are just going to commit mass suicide. How well equipped is Biafra now to challenge the might of Nigeria? It's not possible. Even by mere thinking or somebody in my process will know that Biafra is presently considered, and no matter the funding, there's nothing you can challenge Nigeria down to a war. Nigeria will just overcome Biafra territory in a question of weeks. This is not Biafra war before. These are now war that you fight with technology and advanced war machinery. So this is my own contribution. I think the best approach will be, let us take the governmental approach. Let us sack all the governors in this region. Put our people. If you know that person that will govern well, that you think will do the best thing when he gets there, let us put him there. We can do this through massive participation in the political process. But if you ask them now, some will say, okay, no matter what you do, people will leave. No matter what you do, they put who they want to. Then I can say that if everything will come like this entrance process and stand by our votes will count. We will check, remove all the government, don't be people that will do the people that have the people that will have the massive attack. Not because these things are not these brothers who have in power now. That's my contribution. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much for your submission, my brother. Yeah, thank you so much for that submission. We have other people who are texting, and those of you who are calling, you can keep calling. Lines are still open. Okay, let us take this call. Hello, your name and where you're calling from. I don't know why we are having issues with getting this volume up, but go ahead.
Hello. Hello, my name is Francisca Kadiri.
Your voice is quite low. Can you get us? Can you amplify your voice a little bit so that we can hear you? Please, if you call, please amplify your voice a little bit so that we'll be able to hear you. And I guess that we need to have our stuff checked again. The numbers to call is +234-810-4545-533. The numbers are right there at the top corner of this screen, right there. Here. All right. Somebody sent us a text from WhatsApp from Germany. Orishe Onone Omone. Orishe Omone sent us a message on WhatsApp from Germany saying, "World respect. The world respect war. Let us take up arms against the republic called Nigeria. Then we will see the world will show up and Biafra will come to stay." Thank you. Thank you very much for your submission. The question I will always ask, the first war the Biafran people fought, and up till today, the world have not stood up. And since 1999 till today, various wars, killings, and bloodletting of Biafrans in Biafran land is on the watch on the secular media, both at home and international media have carried it. Yet, United Nations have not mentioned it. Do you think that if war breaks out or breaks out in Nigeria today, that the world will talk about Biafra freedom? Let's have your opinion, just like our brother had just mentioned. Let us take a very wonderful brother calling in from United States of America. Dr. CJ, you're welcome. Your name, go ahead with your submission.
Yes, Chinedu, thank you very much for this program and thank you for having me.
You're welcome.
I think one of the callers just nailed this point, that people, especially people that may not be in Nigeria, and people that don't know the consequences of war, they keep saying, "Oh, let there be war, let there be war," as if, one, you can prosecute a war. A war is not child's play. So one, as if you can prosecute a war, you actually have known the consequences of prosecuting a war. And three, you are reasonably confident of coming out victorious. Now, remember, a war is not something you start and you end as you like. You start it, the ending is up in the air, because now it would take a lot more than it took to start a war to end it. So really, in the Biafran situation, and again, there's one notion that I want to dispel, that people always say, "Oh, the United Nations that, the United States that, United Kingdom that." If you watch the Rohingya people in Bangladesh, and you see the genocide that's been happening to them, United Nations has spoken to many times, talked to Myanmar, to stop the genocide and all that stuff. The truth is, these are like people that have been treated worse than Biafrans have been treated. Now, United States is not bombing Myanmar or Burma. Yeah, that's their former name. Is not bombing them. The United Nations is not throwing bombs there and all this stuff. These are people that have been massacred. Ethnic cleansing is happening there right now as we speak. And these things have not happened. So what makes people think that United Nations will suddenly start dropping bombs and whatever? If you start a war, you're going to fight that war yourself. It's not really a question of starting a war and hoping on United Nations whatever to come fight the war. What we experienced between 1967 and 1970 shows clearly, and what happened in Rwanda between 1994 and 95 shows clearly how the United Nations treats these types of issues from third world countries. It's all going to be the dance of, is it genocide? Is this a freedom fight? Is it what and what? So point I'm trying to make is that our people we have two options here, for God's sake. We have the options of taking up the political process, sacking all the people that are really not representing the interest and aspiration of our people, and putting people in there that will serve our interest and aspiration, as other regions in the world have done, or you can go to war. Now, looking at these two options clearly, you can see that even if you look at the Nigerian circumstances, even though clearly the southeast part of Nigeria and south part of Nigeria, generally the southern part of Nigeria, because the Yorubas to an extent are also suffering marginalization, and the people in the middle belt, the Nigerians are suffering a lot of marginalizations. And if you put these four regions together, the southwest, southeast, south, and the north central, these people would make a good, a sizable group that can actually force Nigeria to have a kind of constitution that all of us will be, happy living in this country. So if you now break out, take your own little region out without the backing of the other regions, and you want to go it militarily, what will happen is that you're likely going to have a repeat of 1967, both the outcome and the unnecessary waste of lives. Because if you're fighting a war and people are dying, at least let it be that they didn't die for nothing. You have a good chance of being successful in that enterprise. So what actually is very disheartening is when you hear a lot of our young people that will not vote, they won't go and get their voters card ready, they won't protect their vote, they will cook offensala on the day that their fortune is being decided. Then they turn around and say, give me AK-47. Give you AK-47 for what? To shoot down an airplane, or to shoot down, not to even to imagine that before you get an independent country, Nigeria has its embassies in all these countries, has diplomatic associations, diplomatic links with this country. So even to make that diplomatic coup for them not to support the federal government in Abuja and to support the breakaway republic will be a Herculean task. Not to think of it again that arms are sold to independent states. So if you start a war with Nigeria, Nigeria will be able to be buying arms, but you cannot buy arms because you're not a recognized state. You have to buy arms in the black market. So it's more expensive, it's harder, and all this. So point is, when people talk of war, they talk of war as if it's child's play. It's not. And this is not something that we should be entertaining. Oh, we're just going to fight the war. And especially when we do have the right to vote in Nigeria. If we didn't have that right, if we didn't have a right to vote in Nigeria, then we say we have no other option of making any kind of change except to go to war. Then it makes sense. But you haven't exploited the political process yet. On the day that you should do it, you cook offensala, then you turn around and say, oh, you want to throw bombs. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't add up. And sometimes when I hear people just keep saying these things about war, it just clearly shows you, A, they are not good students of history. They haven't looked around the world to see the cost and consequence of war. And they actually don't mean it because they think they can make threats. Oh, Nigeria will be worse than Somalia. Nigeria will be worse than Afghanistan. And threats are meaningless. They're childish. You can make any kind of threat that you want. It wouldn't get you anything. The people in Abuja will laugh at those threats because they know you don't have the military capability to carry out your threat. And so just making those threats about war, it's just childish. Let us have a way of coming together on the political platform and take over power in our region. That is the only option that is not just feasible, but it's available to us. Decide. this Ofensala idea when our fate is being determined. We say we are cooking Ofensala, we are not voting in Nigeria, we'll vote in Biafra and all that nonsense. And let us face the reality and do what we need to do. Until we do what we need to do, we're just gonna be running around in circles saying you're fighting a war when you know you're not going to fight the war. You know, so it's just it's crazy. Each time I hear that argument of we're fighting a war, we only have pick your voter's card, vote, defend it, make sure that you follow it until you don't have to be given money to do it. It's almost like you do these things, you put the right people there, they go there in National Assembly, they argue your case. They'll argue your case because they know you're backing them and they know why you put them there. So stop always thinking of who will give you AK-47 and whatever so you can start an insurgency that you're just going to waste your life, in the end, and put more people in danger, in jeopardy just because you want to prove that you can kill a few people and whatever. War is not child's play. It's not something that people can just easily stand up and say you're fighting a war, and when you want to end it, you can end it, and the other side will respect your ceasefire. So that's my contribution.
Thank you so much, Dr. CJ, for that contribution. God bless you.
Thank you.
All right, as the time is wrapping up, we are wrapping up the program, but we're still taking up more calls. Hello, your name and where you're calling from?
I'm calling from France, sir. My name is Chris.
Hello, your name and where you're calling from?
I'm calling from France. My name is
Chris calling from France. Can you speak up a little bit and make your submission a little bit brief for other callers to call in?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me now?
Speak up a little bit, please.
Hello, can you hear me?
I can barely hear you. Hello, Chris. We got to let you go. The call is not clear. We might be able to take some few more calls before the end of today's program, and we will continue subsequently next week on this same topic. Hello, your name and where you calling from?
Hello, Chinedu. This is Ekene from Austria.
Your name, please.
Ekene from Austria.
Oh, okay, Ekene from Austria. Go ahead with your submission. Be audible a little bit.
Yeah. Good evening, please. Are you hearing me?
Go ahead.
Okay. So, please, let us just tell ourselves the truth. Carrying arms will never benefit us in any way. Some people, they are saying carrying arms. Where will you bring the arms to start with? If you go to the borders, Fulani people are there. If you go to the wharf, they are there. At the airport, they are there. So where will you bring the arms from to start with? Then we should learn from what happened before, just like what happened a few years ago in Obibo. Some people say we have arms, we have everything, we can do local things, we have everything. But when it starts, where did we see the arms? Everybody ran away. Even we were the one crying, calling the international communities to come and help us, which you know that they cannot help. Look at there's one country called Tibet. They are under China. If you see what these people are passing through, we should learn from them. If you know what they are passing through, you know that we don't have to depend on any international community or any country that they will help you. Even if you are fighting, they are not ready to help you. Instead, they will help Nigeria. They will help Nigerian government because they are the one that is in control of everything. Even to reach agreement, they are the one that will reach the agreement, not us. So I support the last caller. The best thing to do, I know some people, they will say vote doesn't count. Vote doesn't count. But if all of us can come out massively and support one person, this is our own person. When we support, like now, next year, I think there will be election in Anambra next year. Everybody has kept calm. Nobody is even talking about that one. Tomorrow there will be that next year there will be an election, and they will push their own person there, and we will continue to complain. We will continue to complain. Let us unite and bring one person and support that person and defend the vote. Then you will see, even if you try the first one and fail, if you try 2, 3, 4 times, we must succeed. And you will begin to see the changes we are clamoring for. Not somebody will be outside the country. If you check this thing very well, many people that are the people that are telling us we should carry arms, they are not in Nigeria. When it starts, they will not be there. I've not seen any of them call their brothers or sisters to go out and carry a gun. They will tell somebody that is not related to them. At the end of the day, other people they will die, and those people that triggered this war, they will not be there. So the best thing to do is for us to unite and bring somebody that we trust, not anyhow personal, somebody that we trust that can go there and represent us. Let us start from State House of Assembly. If we have about 4, 5, 6 people there, that is there for us, not the people that are there for their own selves and their family, the people that are there for us, you will begin to see changes from there to governor, from there to Senate. No, it's not about carrying arms. If the war starts today, everybody will begin to cry. We begin to cry. We begin to call America, call UK, call this one, and they will not come. They will not come. So the best thing for us to do is to unite and bring somebody that will go and represent us, and we have to support that person. So that is my own contribution.
Thank you so much for your submission, my brother. God bless you.
And you too, Bible.
That is it. I don't think we'll be taking more calls. Do we still have more callers? Although a lot of people who tried to call in today, we are sorry if we couldn't take your call. More calls are flowing in. Hello, your name and where you're calling from? Hello, can you speak up a little bit? Hello, your name and where you're calling from, please?
Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you now. Your name and where you're calling from?
Okay, my name is Emmanuel. I am calling from Sweden.
Emmanuel from Sweden, go ahead with your submission.
Okay, I have been listening to your program for some time now, and this one you are doing now interests me to make a contribution regarding the 2 callers that called previously. I think their submission, I don't agree with them. You see, in a struggle like this, there is always opinions. Some people will go for war, some people will go for dialogue. But sometimes before you dialogue, there must be something that will trigger that dialogue to come. So they are saying the people in diaspora are agitating encouraging war, but right now there is war in Nigeria. Those ones in Nigeria, they are suffering it now. They are the people being killed every day. How many Python dance has been deployed in the southeast? And they are about to deploy another one now. And the southeast people are dying, and they will continue to die. So how are we going to liberate ourselves? So if it is to take up arms, to shake the world to come, and sometimes it's all about negotiation. It's not like you are expecting UN to come and they support you and other countries. There are always a secret, agreement between these countries to come. I heard somebody saying, how do we bring arms? into the country war starts. There are people that do this arms struggle as business. So there is always a way to bring those things. So it's not like, we are going for war today, but all these things are options that we have to weigh and see which one we have to take. We are dying and we will continue to die. I have been listening to you about this Roga thing, which you are clamoring to stop. So now, if they pass that bill to bring this Roga, it means more death, more rapings, and we will not go to farm. So is that not war already? So we have to, be reasonable sometimes. They said, violence take it by force. So we have to know if we really want this, how to go about it. So that's my submission.
Thank you so much, my brother from Sweden. And that will be about the last call we're going to be taking on today's program, Biafra Discourse. And we'll be coming right back on this program again on Fridays, 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. And I admonish you to always join us on Tuesdays as well, where we take up matters arising. This time on Tuesday, we take every issue that affects us as a people, as Biafrans, as Oduduwas, as Arewas, as Nigerians, as Africans, as humanity at large. On Tuesday, 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. While on Friday, it's exclusively for the Biafra Discourse. And on Mondays, we take our message to the grassroots through the radio tour. On Mondays from 11 a.m. to 12 noon at Odenibo FM, and we'll be streaming it on our YouTube. You join us and be part of that program. You encourage your people to tune in, especially those in Nigeria, to 99.1 FM, where we'll be taking the message down to the grassroots. And for those of you who are calling, unfortunately, we will not be taking your calls anymore. Many people called, we couldn't take your call. You continue with this discussion on the comment section. Let us have your opinion, and we'll come right back next week for more discussion like this. I appreciate you for watching this far. Those of you who have been following us, thank you so much. Those of you who have been sharing and liking, we appreciate you so much. This is a family where we speak the truth without fear, where we give the voice to the voiceless people. Here, we see it, we say it. If you're new on this platform, you're welcome on board. This is BVI Channel 1, the voice of the people. Subscribe, hit on the notification bell so that anytime we're up and running, you'll be able to get what we are doing. All right, you can also download our app from Play Store, BVI Channel 1. You have every information at the tips of your finger. You can follow us on all our social media platforms, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and here on YouTube. If you want to join me on my personal blog where I talk about life, event, relationship, and my personal life, you can follow me on Asozo blog. Subscribe and you'll be getting my videos from that side. And also on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. You can also follow me right there. Thank you for watching this far. Stay blessed, stay safe. May God continue to bless you. Keep the hope alive and the flag flying high. May you continue to experience blessing in all you do that is right. May God bless you. May God bless Biafran people. Goodbye.